of quality. So they enslaved them. But the confusion is one of the boats that came to America was owned by twin Moorish brothers, the Pinzon brothers. Wow. Pinzon, the Pinzon brothers. They owned one of the ships. Most of the captains of the Spanish fleet were black. Because who else would it have been? They learned from us. Yeah. So my thing, when I look at this story, my brother Caleb, what I try to do is to get us to understand there are waves that are happening. There is no doubt that Africans were stolen from Africa and brought to America. They are who I would call the African Americans or the American Africans that came here, conquered and kicked them out the country.
They wasn't conquered or kicked them
Africans that come here
out the country, brother.
Enslaved. These are the
what he talking about, brother, is that he talking about the Moors. What the Moors did, they invade Europe. The Moors, they was from Africa. Okay, they was Muslims, the Moors. So they invaded for 7 years and reigned in Europe, and it was they controlled it to the point it became a Muslim civilization. Civilization, okay, with the Moor. The Moors was Muslims, okay, the Middle Ages era in Northwest Africa, the Northwest African Moor, as well as the Arabs, and they invade Europe, okay. That's who did it, the Moor. They was from Africa, okay. They invade Europe, okay. And this guy Charlemagne was a military man from Europe, born 742 CE, okay, before birth. That's what it means. He defeated the Anglo-Saxons and converted them into Christianity. Okay, he defeated the Italians, Italy. Okay, 778 CE. Okay, and he was an army man. He was a priest. I'm sorry. He was converted to the empire of the Roman Empire and the West by the Pope Lee in 800 CE. Okay, he was a crown emperor of the Roman Empire in the West by Pope Leo, okay, the third in 800 CE. Okay, so this is Charlemagne. He was a military man, and he ruled. He took over half of Europe. He fought wars in Europe. He took over Italy. He took over all Europe. He brought educational to the Europeans at that time, because the Europeans was fighting each other. They have different tribes. They was fighting each other. So this man brought so-called stability to the Europeans, to Europe. Okay, so that's a little bit about the Moors. The Moors, they was Africans who invade Europe. Okay, that's who the Moors.